All right, y'all, let's burn a few more calories on section 4.4. We're on page 392. Let's look at number 24. Number 24 says y equals 3 cosine x over 2. Y equals 3, okay. Graph 3 periods of the function. Graph 3 periods. So the first thing I would do is find the amplitude in the period. Once you find the amplitude in the period, graph it 3 times. I would start right at the x-axis, right at the y-axis, just 3 periods to the right. From there, give it a shot. Pause. Okay, unpause. So the amplitude is 3. The period is 2 pi over 1/2. Well, that's going to be 4 pi. Okay, so let's set up my graph. Cosine starts not at 0, but at the amplitude. Normally cosine starts at 1, but here the amplitude is 3. So cosine is going to start at 3. Okay, so to graph 3 periods. So let's graph 3 periods. So down to -3. And then up. That's 1 period. 2 periods, and 3 periods. Okay, and so 3 copies of the graph. That's where the first one ends. That's where the second one ends. I have to kind of scrunch it in there a little bit at the end. Be sure to show the scale on both axes. So label your axes. Let me see. The period is 4 pi. So after one copy, that was 4 pi. After another copy, that was 8 pi. And after another copy, that was 12 pi. Okay, so if I did another cosine graph, it would look exactly like this, except I would write the period differently at those points, and I would change the amplitude to some other number. But it would look exactly the same. It would look exactly the same. Well, yeah, let me see. Yeah, they're all positive, so they'll look exactly the same. I was thinking if there's a negative vertical stretch. All right, let's do one more, number 36. Identify the maximum minimum values and zeros of the function. Okay, so 36, y equals 3 cosine x over 2. Okay, I picked this one so I could be lazy. It was the same as the last one, so I'm going to use that same data. I'm lazy! 36 says, identify maximum minimum. Identify maximum minimum and zeros. Identify maximum, minimum, and zeros. Okay, so the maximum and minimum should be blatantly obvious. The zeros are where the line hits the x-axis. So let's see. And this is between -2 pi and pi that we're looking. So it's not necessarily going to be all these zeros because it's not between -2 pi and 2 pi. Go ahead, try it out. Pause. Okay, we're back. Let's see how we did. Okay, we're going from -2 pi to 2 pi. The maximum and minimum values are 3 and -3. The max is 3. The min is -3. Okay, so that was 3, and that's -3. Now, if the period is 4, let me look up here. I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit. It says go from 2 pi to -2 pi. So at 2 pi, the graph is at -3. So this is going to go 2 pi, it'll be at -3, and just as well over here. Okay, this is halfway in between. It should be halfway between anyway. That should just be pi, and that should be -pi. So the graph here has zeros at -pi and pi. Zeros at -pi and pi. And that's it. It asks for the maximum, minimum, and the zeros. So that'll do it. Those are your answers there. Your assignment, 23 through 51 odd. Okay, we'll burn one more day in this section. But for now, go ahead and try those out, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow on everything. Oh, remember, unit circle on the quiz tomorrow as well. Almost forgot. That's totally irrelevant if you're watching this video out of context. Sorry.